We're part of our community, and our community is a part of us. What we do creates an impression of how others view us, and how you look defines your health, your success, and your reality. What does community mean to you?
As the director of the Prevention Research Center for Healthy Neighborhoods here at Case Western, the community is the local community, really everybody outside of the university, which involves everyone from community organizations that we work with to residents in the neighborhoods, to the public agencies and government officials.
Community to me is a place of peace, a place of happiness, a place where people enjoy each other.
It's both a place and it's a collection of folks where people feel valued, they feel safe, and they feel like they've got a way to improve their life.
A place in which you have a bond, a place in which you have common thread, a place that you call home.
Community can refer to a number of different things, the community infrastructure that surrounds you, or on a more spiritual level, community can refer to the group of people who you share values with and spend time with.
Community is a patchwork quilt. It's made up of different people, of different races, ethnic groups, religious beliefs, religious institutions, markets, urban farms, educational facilities like our schools in Cleveland, stores, and it's the fabric of America.
It is a place where everyone feels that they belong, they feel welcome, they feel accepted, they feel a part of something, and they feel that they have a purpose and that they can give back to that purpose.
To me, community is the network of people and organizations that share something in common.
How people share space. Everyone has to have a place to live, and so we generally don't live in isolation, so we have to share this common space. And so community is, how do we share that space?
To me, community means being a part of something greater than who I am.
Who is part of your community?
My community is generally made up of my family, because I feel very strongly about a sense of family. And then the next group that come into that are close friends. Because, you know, people say you can, you don't select your family, but you actually can choose your friends. And I've got a number of people that are very close to me that aren't family, but they're part of my friend community, if you will.
People in my community include my family, and we bring our Puerto Rican Hispanic culture.
What communities am I part of? I'm a member of many different communities that exist in physical and virtual space.
I believe everybody's sort of like part of my community. The community of East Cleveland, I mean, has a lot of great people. I think that our biggest asset, probably arguably in any community, is the social capital that you have in community.
In our day and age, we have such a broad take on society because it can go beyond our physical boundaries. It can, now with the internet, it can go so much farther than that. And so I feel that everyone, honestly, is a part of my community. The people that I see every day, the people that I communicate with.
Everyone. Just because you're in a certain neighborhood, that doesn't mean your life is any different than someone who lives in a different neighborhood. It's just that you may not be in that close vicinity with each other.
The people who is part of my community is neighbors, family, friends, people who give back to the community.
People who come together with their abilities and disabilities who want to work together on common issues and concerns.
My neighbors, my colleagues, my place of worship.
My community is very diverse. There are folks from all backgrounds and walks of life, folks with tremendous stories and opportunities that I really get to hear each and every day.
I think of those that are closest to me. So I think of my family, I think of my neighbors, I think of the people in my neighborhood that are all working together to keep the community strong, keep the neighborhood strong. Our schools are part of the community. Our elected leadership is part of the community.
I live in a community that used to be a neighborhood, and now it's a hood. So I guess we've taken the neighbors out of our hoods, right? So out of our neighborhoods. So that means we live in hoods. So communities are neighborhoods where we have neighbors, right?
When have you felt part of a community? What I really like about and identify with this community is that often it's when people come from the outside and they come here to hear about what we're doing that we often really shine as a community. There's a lot of great things we're doing, and we too often go about our business and don't acknowledge or take credit or take a moment to sit back and realize what we've accomplished.
Honestly, I think that any community that I am associated with, I feel a part of that community when I am actively engaged in that community. I don't really feel much a part of the community when I am inactively associated with the community.
I feel most connected to community when I am able to share my talents and skills, when I have my opinions valued, and when I can see results from conversations and interaction.
When have I felt part of a community? When I've worked with citizens on mutual issues and concerns, and that we've developed those common goals for an agenda, and each person is able to work together in a very collaborative fashion around consensus building to deal with those issues or problems that they have arisen.
The part where, not necessarily when everything was going well, but when we arrived at different challenges within the community, because I think that's what brought people together. Challenges bring people together. It's an opportunity to really build trust and actually really agitate people to begin to be active participants in our own deliverance to create a better environment for everyone.
Have you ever felt part of a community? And I guess I do. And I live in a neighborhood right now in University Circle that is truly coming together as a community. And we're coming there for a common set of reasons. We have common goals and objectives. The community is very, very diverse and is becoming more diverse. So it's a place where people can learn the best of one another and celebrate one another.
Is to be a part of something that feels bigger than me, that feels more than me, that as I come together with other people that share my passions and my ideals, together we can do more than I could ever do by myself. So that's what community, that's how I feel the best and the most alive, is when I'm around other people that share those same kinds of things.
Now, can you name 3 things that make up a great community?
I would have to say the people, the different merchants that are in the community, the different cultural and arts institutions, the faith-based organizations.
For me, the people, the access to resources across the spectrum so that people can be at their best and do their best and achieve their dreams, and that sense of safety.
I would say that the 3 things that make up a really great community starts first with trust. People have to like being together, have to believe that they can trust each other in, having each other's backs, but also looking out for the best interests of each other. I think another important characteristic of a community that I'm describing is also diversity of ideas, diversity of people, of backgrounds. Because if everybody is the same, then you don't grow and you don't evolve. And I think it's all of those different voices coming together is what really makes a community really cool and being able to make a difference in this world. The third thing I think is that people want to be in a part of it. They feel alive, they feel more than themselves when they're a part of that community.
Informed and active residents as one. 2 will be good leadership, but not just good, but competent right? Because competent not only helps define good, but it brings, it puts the community in a place where it can continually grow, develop, and move forward. The third thing I would say is complementary services and businesses.
Is some of the things that I value, the things where individuals are looked at as individuals and respected as individuals, but also having the capacity and ability to be a part of a team.
To me, the three things that make a community great are people, places, and things.
For me, being in public health, I think that having a place where everybody has the opportunity to be healthy, for me, that's probably the hallmark of it. That there's equal opportunity and access to what people need, whether it's access to healthy food, opportunities to be physically active, opportunities to good jobs, opportunities to good schools. To me, those are the things that really encompass a healthy community, a thriving community, and what we aspire to here in Cuyahoga County, what we aspire to here in Greater Cleveland. If you had to describe your community in one word, one phrase, or one sentence, what would it be?
Challenging. Challenging. We have a number of challenges, and they stem around information-informed residents and active residents, participating in the community as a whole.
I think it would be synergy. And synergy is a very interesting word because in community organizing, we sort of like believe in this sort of like philosophy too. We know that we can do more together than we can do apart.
It would have to be resilient. I think that this community continues to move forward, to work together, regardless of what challenges or what barriers have been placed.
To say that my community is an African American community, I think is too simplistic and doesn't give it enough justice. To say that it's a low-income disinvested community doesn't give it justice. To say that my community is comprised of strong, willed people,
If I had to describe my community in one phrase, it would be a place where everybody wants to be.
A place where people thrive.
Friends and family who serve each other.
Is a group of people who value you for the things that you value about yourself.
Passionate, loving, and devoted to social justice.
Is the place or the space or the sense that allows you to be, again, uniquely who you are, but also assures you that you're part of something bigger.
If I had to describe my community in one word, I would say vibrant.
I would say it's segregated. And what I mean by that is that it's a work in progress, and I feel like we need to do different programs to bring our people together.
If there was one word I would describe this community that I'm describing now, I guess I would say passion. I feel like that is the things that pull all of us together. Those of us who work here and are involved in what we do here in the local community believe that we can make a difference if we join together. And so I guess passion. Passion is a good word for that.
What about an ideal community? What would it look like? How would it function?
An ideal community would seek the input of everyone within the community. Oftentimes, you've got a small group of people that are taking leadership roles within communities. And when that happens, a lot of voices get left out. So it's critically important that an ideal community, a great community, seeks the advice of all within the community.
My ideal community is a safe community, one that brings opportunity to the people that live there, one that challenges people to work together to face challenges and create new things.
Is a place where folks often know each other's names. in whatever setting that looks like or community that's important to you. But ultimately, creating a place where a community feels comfortable where they are, where a community really feels passionate about what they believe in.
The ideal community for me would be one that, again, has common goals and values. It has solid diversity and people driven to make a difference.
Would be a community where everyone feels like they're part of a family. I say that because if we all feel that we're part of a family, it would look like we all care about each other.
People can walk to everything, every place to get whatever they need. People feel comfortable and safe.
That idea of mutuality, that idea of growth, and that feeling of belongingness, all of those create ideal communities. So when it comes to building neighborhoods, I'm not just looking at the physical infrastructure, how it is that we create good places for folks to live, or good commercial districts where people can interact with one another on a regular basis.
The Prevention Research Center for Healthy Neighborhoods at Case Western Reserve University understands the depth of this mutual connection. As we attempt to define community, you may consider how community defines us. After all, we're all joined together in this very unique way, working with communities from within to prevent and reduce chronic diseases.